Today I'm going to do a deck review for you all, and this is actually a deck I just recently created. So I have my Hidden Clues Oracle, which you've seen in a few videos, and this new one called the One Word Oracle. And the whole idea behind this deck was to bring together numerology, Hebrew letters, because they mean something, the different elements, master numbers, as well as soul level type of cards. I'll explain it here in a minute. And then each of the elements, which represents earth, fire, air, and water. Okay. And the way I designed this deck was that each keyword is an action for you to do. So you could also align this with, say, the minor arcana. You could align this with the major arcana if you wanted to. And one is the Ace of Cups, and it has the Aleph. And so it's saying to receive. So when you think about the cups, what is all Ace of Cups about? Well, it's about a new relationship, a new something, right? So here it's saying to receive. And the reason why I used Aleph was because the one is a Vav and two Yod. So it's saying that when you receive, you're receiving from the upper world to lower world. And this Vav is what brings it together. And so it's a one. And I'm going to run through the deck here to kind of show you what it looks like. The colors were more about match numbers were purple because that's like royalty in a sense. So I kind of thought like, well, that's kind of like higher elevation type of energy. And then I use white for the 1 through 22, which is more like the soul or the spirit type of a thing. So you even could do an elemental spread with this deck very easily. So again, it's called the One Word Oracle. And let me drop it down a little bit, the camera, to show you as we go through the cards. And I'll keep them also side by side so you can see the different elements as I run through the keywords. And then we'll go through the spirit type of cards, and then we'll go through the trust cards. And the trust cards. We'll go through the master numbers. And the back of the cards look like that. And I also printed this deck on linen cardstock. So if you want a copy of this, it is available on Make Playing Cards. But soon, once I get my couple decks, I ordered like I think I ordered 10 or 15 decks. They'll be also available on my site. So I haven't got that yet. So my site, if you order from me directly, you'll get the sticker that you can put on the box. But you order from the Make Playing Cards, I can't do anything about that because I don't really have a way to add a sticker to the box. Okay, and it comes in just this nice little tuck box. All right. And again, the quality is beautiful. It's linen. I'm just really blown away by it. So I'm turning the camera off. Let me turn off my picture, bring the camera down, and we'll go from there. Okay, so as you can see, this is the different elements coming across, and these are all the ones. I use Roman numerals because I want to follow the tradition of the Marseille, where they use They use Roman numerals all the time, numerology. And so one is seize. You have to seize the opportunity. One is ignite your fire, right? You have to basically go after that passion and just go ignite it, light it up. For the mind or the swords or the air is you have to focus. You have to focus. And then with the cups or the water, you have to receive. Okay. And then for the twos, these are decisions you have to make. We follow numerology as well. And you have to decide to find balance. You have to decide to commit to something. You have to decide to release whatever's holding you back. You have to decide to connect or not, right? That's the two energy. And you see the bet here. So that's all around like a house, or it's around a container of some type. Okay. I'm not going to go into that here. And on my website, I'll try to write a little more detail. There's no guidebook, but I'm planning on writing one here. But you can use these cards without even knowing what these mean, but at least you can see the elements and the numbers, okay, and the keyword. 3, you have create, the Gimel, and the Gimel is like the camel. It moves across expansion. You create how? By moving, by growing. You expand your passions, 3, through movement. You heal, 3, the mind. You celebrate the emotions. Okay. Exploring new things, for example. 4 is your emperor energy if you want to use it like that, but we're not in the majors. We're just for stability. How do you have stability? You flow. You go through the door, the Daled. You withdraw. You close the door. You walk through the outside into the inside. 4, withdraw. 4 of fire is you got to stabilize it. That's how you find your 4. And then the 4 of earth, you get to allocate. to find your foundation. Okay. 5s, we have mourn, change, engage, and learn. Hey, which is a breath in a sense. Next, we have the 6s. Remember, move, conquer, and share. Then we go to the 7s. This is interesting because with the 7s, I was all around, well, 7's around what? It's kind of like the 5 and the 2 energy. It's to observe, to assess, to step away and look in a sense. And the opposite of 7, when you look at it in the reverse, is kind of like hiding things, hiding the truth for a sense, in a sense. So you have the water, is you have to observe it. And the air, you have to strategize how to move forward, how to do whatever. And the fire, you have to defend it. And then in the earth, you have to analyze it. Okay. 8 is all around movement. And sometimes you have to abandon things. Right. So these are all action words. They're not just static. It's kind of like you have to do something when you read with this deck. 8 of air is liberate. 8 of fire is to navigate. And the 8 of earth is to refine something. You have to move to do that. 9s, you have accumulate, sustain, awaken, and indulge. Right? And then the 10s are the last of the cycle. You have to reset, right? It goes back to the 1. You have to delegate in order to move forward. You have to take a stand. So rather than laying in it, it's fine too when you think about the mind. What destroys a person is not that they're laying in the water face down, is that they refuse to stand up. They refuse to move forward. That's the idea behind the stand. And then 10 is love. All right. So that is the 4 elements. All right. Now we're going to go to the master numbers. And I could have went up to 99, but I didn't want to. I chose to stay with the 4 most known ones. And the first one is number 11. I called it trust. It's trust your intuition. 11. Okay. Then for 22 is like the master builder, and a builder can lead. It leads. All right. A 33 is a master teacher. So I gave that card teach. You have to teach something to somebody to help them learn. And then 44 is a master healer, and I called it restore. How do you heal? You restore your health. You restore the mind. You restore whatever it might be. You restore. That's your job. Kind of like a hierophant, right? You're kind of teaching something. You're restoring the belief system in a sense, but restore. All right. And then the last set of cards are the, I don't want to call them majors, but you could look at like that. Now, I didn't map them like the Rider-Waite because I don't think that the Fool is an Aleph at all. The Magician is, because the Magician is the one that connects the upper world to lower world, right? He's the one that has all the tools to do that. So the one, when you think about it, if you want to map it to your Rider-Waite deck or Marseille deck, the one manifestation is the Magician card in a sense, okay? But again, these are not tarot. It's an oracle deck, but you could use it however you want. But you see where I'm going with this? 2, it's to conceal the bet. The high priestess, in a sense, she's in the house. She holds everything within in this house, and she is concealed from you. Okay, 2, you have to decide what you're going to do. You're going to share, you're going to keep holding. Okay. 3, cultivate, Empress. 4, rule. Who rules? The Emperor. 4, the Dalit, he's a doorway. 5 is initiate. How? Through speaking, through the breath. You see how it works? So that's how it's kind of tying back in the Hebrew to it. So this could be the Hierophant, if you wanted to. Unify. 6. That's what the lever's about, isn't it? Unification. 7, win. Okay, like your Chariot. 8 is to surrender. Surrender your outer force to your inner force in order to move forward. 9 is isolate. That's the Hermit. 10 is to adapt. The Yod, divine spark. That's how you adapt for a change. 11 is confess. Justice, confess. 12 is reorient. Look at things differently. 13 is to transform. Mem is water. Birth canal, to be reborn. Okay, so I'm trying to show you too why I associated this the way I did, because actually 13 is a mem, even though the Rider Waite does it differently. 13 is a mem, and I associate that with the death card in a sense. And so you have to transform, and how? Through birth, a new birth. That's why the canal to the womb is open. All right, 13. And also the 13 goes back to what? A 10 and a 3, a 3 and a 1 is a 4. Goes back to the Emperor. When you think about that too, what do you have? 2, 3, 4. You now can rule your life because you transformed to get control back. All right. So that's how you can also reduce down to go back to the other number to see how it works with numerology. 14, harmonize. Oops. 14. Sorry about that. 15 is disengage, basically let go. 16 to dismantle. 17 is to believe. You have to believe now. 18, use discernment to discern. 19, radiate. That's the sun. 20, to accept the judgment. Accept. 21, now here's where I changed it again. This is to renew. That's the world. All right. Now with the Fool, if you want to call it a Fool, right? So when you think about that, I'm thinking about the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. And that's the Fool, right? The Fool's journey is all about, he encompasses all of it. So I gave that card, beginning, the Tav, which is the last letter of the Hebrew alphabet, and then the Omega, the beginning and the end. So that's the deck. That's how I designed it. And again, if you want a copy of it, let me know, and I will. Don't let me know. The links below. But if you have any questions, let me know. I'm more happy to answer any questions that you have about this deck. And let's just do a quick little card pull to kind of show you in real time how it works. Let's see, it's not really shuffled too well. You see the colors right there? So you can see all the colors. So again, they're linen stock, really nice. They shuffle really good too. Okay. So you're going to do, say, a pull for the day. Maybe you're going to do a 3-card pull, kind of to see what's going on with your energy and whatnot. Just go and shuffle the deck up. Spread it out a little bit. Let's just pick 3 cards randomly. All right. So we'll do this card, that one, and I want this one here. Okay. So we have 3 cards. And what do we got? Expand. So your theme would be to expand. How? Through growth, through travel, through movement, right? And that's your passion. That's your fire energy. So saying you need to really start to look at things differently so you can expand and grow. So you might be feeling a little bit stagnant right now. And because of that, you're being held back. So it's time for you to expand, right? To get to the next level. What could be holding you back is that you got to heal from something. That's funny, number 3. You have to heal from something. So something in your mind is making you feel stuck because you're hurt by something. And because of that, you just have a heck of a time getting over the hump. But if you don't get over the hump, then you can't move in order to expand. And the advice would be to start manifesting and believing that you're going to be okay, believing that you can do it, believing that all things are possible. Because when you put your mind to it, you then have new opportunities open to you, because what you believe in your subconscious manifests in your consciousness. And the connector is you. You connect your upper world to your lower world. You manifest. So that's a quick little reading too from the deck. And if you did enjoy this or have any questions about the deck, please let me know. And until next time, I'd like to see you all in my next reading. All right. Bye, everybody.